Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. It's another paid request, this time for Shawn. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. It could be for pretty much any type of video. And Shawn wanted me to do a commentary on Carlito's Way. Now, the thing with this movie is, I might have seen this film maybe once in my life. I remember it being okay. Like, it's not a bad film, but it's just not one I rewatch compared to Starface or other Pacino or other Brian De Palma films. Not because it's a bad film, it's just, I don't know, so many movies out there and so little time. And I remember not liking the fact I was fine with Pacino getting killed off in Starface. Here, I don't know, maybe it was just a little too much sense of deja vu or something, I don't know. But I'm pausing the beginning. 3, 2, 1, pressing. I want to make sure I did it right. Play. Alright, it's playing now with the Universal logo. Okay. Yeah, the Universal logo is playing. We're about 20 seconds in. And like I said, I've probably seen this film once in my life. So it'd be kind of like watch it for the first time again. Just like I said, I don't remember a whole lot about the film. Of course, Brian De Palma. Fan of his work. Starface I love. Of course, you have The Untouchables, Body Double, Terry, The First Mission Impossible, Couches of War. I didn't realize they... Oh, okay. See, this one time is like the first time I watched it. I forgot they showed the ending in the first scene of the movie. Like, the first scene of the movie is showing what the ending is. Just to show how it led up to this. I know this is around the same time Al Pacino won the Oscar for Scent of a Woman. Brian De Palma was still in the doghouse because he had done that film The Bonfire of the Vanities, which was a complete bomb with Bruce Willis and Tom Hanks. And he was slowly getting, more work as the years went on. As I said, this is before he would get The First Mission Impossible, which was a nice box office hit for him. John Leguizamo, yeah, he's in this. Viggo Mortensen, I saw his name, Luis Guzman. Nice music. Yeah, nice music they're showcasing here. Petra Doyle. I mean, they're showing the gurney, so they're not maybe absolutely showcasing he dies, but, I mean, we already know. Based on the novels Carlito's Way and After Hours by Edwin Torres. Not the same After Hours that Martin Scorsese made in the 80s. In fact, I think that's why it had to change its name. I think maybe in retrospect they wanted to call it After Hours, but Scorsese's film already had that name. It's like too late. Definitely a artsy style here. Black and white. Now we're upside down. It's a topsy-turvy world. There's Al Pacino. Directed by Brian De Palma. But yeah, very capable director. I know it's one of Quentin Tarantino's favorite directors. Escape to Paradise. Well, that's a lie because he checks out at the end of the movie, so now you're just lying to the audience. I think at the end he sees this, and he sees his girl in the billboard. And there we have Sean Penn as his lawyer, looking like Larry from the Three Stooges. He does look like Larry from the Three Stooges. Of course, Sean Penn had worked with Brian De Palma before in Casualties of War, where it had him and Michael J. Fox in it. I can't remember the last film De Palma did. I know he after Mission Impossible, a lot of his films were not really big hits. Snake Eyes with Nicolas Cage, which I remember liking. It just, for one, the trailer gave away the entire movie. Like, if you watch the trailer, it gives away the entire mystery of the movie in the trailer. It's one of the worst trailers for spoilers. Snake Eyes with Nicolas Cage and Gary Sinise. And then Mission to Mars had Tim Robbins, Gary Sinise. That's another one I did enjoy. Some of the effects in the third act that don't hold up the best, but that's one I actually do quite like. Which is funny, because I remember back in the day, as a kid, well, not a kid, a teen, I liked Red Planet with Val Kilmer more. But as I grew older, I don't like Red Planet, and Mission to Mars grew on me. And, I mean, I guess that's an example of a film. It's hard to answer that when you're in a live stream and someone questions it. You try to think of it at the top of my head. But if you give me time to think about it, sometimes people ask, what's a film that you used to not like but you like now? It's hard to think of about that. But Red Planet is one of those movies that I used to like but not as much anymore. Well, Mission to Mars, again, is the opposite. Now that's a guy I've seen in a lot of movies. It was James Rebhorn, I believe. I think I remember that guy who said, "I'll see you around," to Al Pacino's character. I think Independence Day. I think he was the guy that tells our lead characters about Area 51, that it does exist. He even hid it from the president. And then later on, he gets fired by the president. He's been a lot of other stuff, though, too. I mean, I love Al Pacino. He's one of my favorite actors. I'm not sure about his acting here. I just see him very broad, and kind of talking like this. I'm just saying, like compared to the Gunno determination in Starface or the something much deeper going on in Michael Mann's Heat and Justice for All, Dog Day Afternoon. I mean, guy's done a lot of great stuff. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just not not sure if 100% sold on it. Favorite gonna kill you faster than a bullet. But at the same time, it's still Al Pacino, so come on, it's still Al fucking Pacino. It's still, even if I think he's a bit, I could tell, and for one, is that my favorite Al Pacino performance? It's still miles above so many people. I mean, he's easily one of the best actors you've ever had in movies. It's sad that like in the past 10 years, Pacino really hasn't had much to get his really grit his teeth into. And what the early 2000s, you had your film, you had the late 90s, you had films like Any Given Sunday, which I enjoy, among other stuff. Sorry, I'm not. This might be one of those commentaries I don't say much from time to time because, like I said, I don't have any nostalgia for the film. I didn't grow up with the film. I've only seen the film one time. A lot of times, if it's dialogue heavy, it's me trying to listen to the dialogue. So it's only just the ability to comment is the dialogue at the time. At the time. So Sean Penn is laughing because Al's character actually wants to go on the straight and narrow path. So he wants a car rental place. There's Luis Guzman. So it was a nice pleasure to see Luis Guzman in there, and he's had a hell of a career. I mean, his early career is doing big roles in films like Crocodile Dundee 2, True Believer James Woods, Black Rain with Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro. What the hell? Michael Douglas. Completely different people. The Hard Way. He's one of the cops with James Woods. He's in this film. He's in The Substitute as one of Tom Berenger's men. Snake Eyes. Another Brian De Palma film. Out of Sight with George Clooney. The Bone Collector with Denzel Washington. Punch Drunk Love with Adam Sandler. Adventures of Blue Natch with Eddie Murphy. Anger Management with Adam Sandler. Dumb and Dumberer. Let's see. Waiting, the Ryan Reynolds film. Yes Man with Jim Carrey. Tatum Pelham 123, one of Tony Scott's films. The Last Stand, when the deputies worked with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was a fun one. The last film he was in was a film called Genie, which was a Melissa McCarthy film. Came out November 22nd, 2023. And the guy who wrote this film, he was credited under a different name, but he wrote I Come in Peace with Dolph Lundgren. He helped write Toy Soldiers, the 1991 film. He co-wrote Jurassic Park with Michael Crichton, same year. Came out the same year as this. He helped write Mission Impossible, Stir of Echoes, which he directed. He directed Stir of Echoes. That's a good Kevin Bacon one. He worked on some writing for War of the Worlds, Steven Spielberg film. He directed Premium Rush. That's an underrated one with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I mean, Sally. He was one of the 4 writers of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. And before that was one of the 3 writers of The Mummy, the Tom Cruise one. So, not too good lately. I knew that guy looked familiar. The guy driving the car, that is John Ortiz. Very young John Ortiz. He was in Aliens vs. Predator Requiem as the sheriff. He was also in Bumblebee as Dr. Powell. 2009 Fast and Furious as Arturo Braga. Came out for Fast and Furious 6. So this came out in November 1993. Actually, this came out after Jurassic Park. Critical response was lukewarm. The film was criticized for retreading old ground, mainly De Palma's own Scarface and The Untouchables. A few weeks before the film's premiere, Brian De Palma told the crew not to get their hopes up about the film's reception. He correctly predicted that Al Pacino, having won an Oscar for Scent of a Woman, would be criticized. David Cope, having just done Jurassic Park, would suck. Sean Penn would be brilliant because he had not done anything for a while, and he himself, having not been forgiven for Bonfire of the Vanities, would not quite be embraced. The film made $37 million in the U.S. and $27 million overseas. Sean Penn and Penelope Ann Miller both received Golden Globe nominations for their respective roles. Patrick Doyle did the music for this. Other films he's done music for: Kenneth Branagh films like Henry V and Much Ado About Nothing. Odysee worked on Evil Themes, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Sense and Sensibility, Donnie Brasco. Oh, he did the music for the first Thor film. He also did music for Murder on the Orient. Pretty much a lot of stuff Kenneth Branagh's done. Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit, Murder on the Orient Express, among others. I know for some reason there was a prequel to this that no one asked for. Carlito's Way, Path to Power or something? What was it called? How was it called? Rise to Power. Path to Power. Yeah, Rise to Power. Yeah, something bad's gonna happen here. Yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be a shootout, some kind of violent altercation coming up here. Yeah, this guy's got a gun, he's gonna shoot the other guy. Or vice versa. Oh, he's gonna die. Oh, he's got the pool too, so he's gonna rock right across some people's head. Yeah, Al Pacino knows. Oh, I like that. Ooh, nice. Ooh, nice. Ooh, right in the face. Ooh. Not sure about that musical score. That musical score seemed like it didn't fit with that scene. I don't know. I do like the camera work though. I do like the shots that De Palma set up. These big glasses that Al was able to see the reflection in. The shooting back and forth. Camera going one way for Al, the other way for the other guy. Yeah, this music doesn't seem like it fits. I don't know how to describe the music in this scene, like what else it would fit into, but it just doesn't seem like it would fit into this narrative. You'll fucking die big time. Yeah, I mean, it is. I will say it does feel like he's treading a little bit of Starface. But I do like that. Here comes the pain. I do like that line. Here comes the pain. Just a weird, like, horn music. Now it's silent, but. It is, I mean, just kind of weird, but. Like, this music fits. This more softer, somber one. That fits. There you go. Shitload of money. Do you take it or do you leave it? Okay. Yeah, just trying to sneak on now and get the hell out of Dodge. Let's see something real quick. Just want to double check it's still recording and stuff. There we go. If you say so. Sean Penn, why you just keep shitting on Al Pacino's idea? You want him to get killed and go to jail? Is that what you want? Goddamn. Just keep shit on his fucking deal. Ooh, nice ass. Man, if Carlito survived to today, he'd be finding a lot more marijuana now that's legal in certain states. He'd go up and pick up a pack of marijuana. That's a nice shot composition. They have the mirror behind this one guy, so you're able to see Al Pacino in both shots. Almost as if Al Pacino is also watching behind this guy's back, watching over the guy's shoulder while in the mirror. I don't know why sometimes it seems like Al Pacino's like doing like a Christopher Walken impression. Like sometimes he would say a line of dialogue and I'm like, kind of sounds like how Christopher Walken would say it. Hey, let me tell you something about like. So this guy saying you don't have to pay, huh? Oh, John Leguizamo. This is the same year that he was in Super Mario Brothers. Benny Blanco from the Bronx. Very young John Leguizamo. It's interesting that he would play this character in the very same year he played Luigi in Super Mario Brothers. Which I know there's a release that's coming out, I think in January. Was it Umbrella Entertainment? It's $100. It's a lot of money. There are times where I'm kind of, it piques my curiosity because there's a lot of stuff. There's like books and a lot of pieces, a lot of material involved with that. It does make me intrigued. But still, $100 is a lot of fucking money. And I think John Leguizamo's character is what leads to his death at the end of the film. Just the guy wants to be the next Carlito or bigger than Carlito. Bigger than Carlito. But yeah, John Leguizamo, I mean, he would appear from time to time in movies. He was in that awful film, The Pest. god-awful movie. Maybe the worst film Leguizamo's been in. Because I do like Super Mario Brothers. He was a supporting role in Executive Decision with Kurt Russell and Steven Seagal. Trying to think. I know he's been in other stuff, but he was in a lot of supporting work. He worked with Arnold Schwarzenegger in Collateral Damage, I believe. Gerard Butler in Gamer. The first John Wick film he was in. I think he was in a bit part in John Wick 2. And I'm trying to think. That's another thing that was so fucked up about John Wick 4. They want to say it's the last, and it's like, you want to keep saying it's the last one, but you have no John Leguizamo from the first movie, or I don't know, just don't know. I'm not even going to start on that. People love John Wick 4, that's fine. I'll take the first three instead. So dialogue-wise, we've heard a little bit about the woman he loved, played by Penelope Ann Miller, I believe, who I know she was in the film The Relic a few years after this with Tom Sizemore. Monster film I do quite enjoy. What, the man with two faces? Or those faces of mirrors and shit? Alright, go find the man in the mirror, Michael Jackson style. I don't know. What do you want me to do, Carlito? Shit. And of course, in the back of your head, you think a lot of these rain shots are just these big water towers. Well, it depends. Either A, they do wait for a time for it to rain and shoot it, or more than likely, they have these rain towers and just shoot all this water out. Then when it's cut, stop it, redo the scene, move on. I would have to think if you do that, you probably have to have the water heated to a certain degree so that people don't catch cold. Carlito, you need to get yourself a damn umbrella so you don't keep using trash cans. Get an umbrella, dude. Just get a fucking umbrella. Great. Prequel to Black Swan. There's Penelope Ann Miller. Ballet dancer. Become a stripper. Sorry, my nose keeps itching. I don't know why. Sorry about that. And man, 1993, what a year for movies, at least for me personally. It's Hard Target, Cliffhanger, Last Action Hero, yes, Jurassic Park. I think The Fugitive was that same year. Just a lot of good stuff. I mean, I could go through the whole list, but I've done that before in other videos and stuff. You get close to not there yet? I don't know. Do you have a vibrator, lady? I know, different connotation. So is that a yes? I think that's a yes. She is still pissed at you. No, don't ask me, lady. I'm not in the movie. No, no. I'm sorry, just with these kind of movies, I just don't know what to say or talk about. I'm a simpleton. Where's the action? Where's the kung fu? Where's the blood, gore, explosions, and titties? God damn it. Hmm. Like this music, I do like this portion of music. This subtle piano music is fairly well done. I do like that. Hmm. Yes, this ain't going to end well. That's what I remember. Sorry, I keep looking down trying to find some info on this film. I mean, stuff you just read off of IMDb or Wikipedia, or just try and find something nuggets so that I'm not just staring like an idiot like usual. Yeah. Write this down. Take a little note. Hey, dude, maybe do some cough drops or do some maybe some Biatra or something. Clear that throat of yours. Stuff smoking 3 packs a day. Yada yada. Why the hell would we be stupid enough to spend $1 million from a gangster's place? So pretty much, I mean, I know I've been silent. It's Sean Penn talked with this guy. Guy's in jail. Guy saying, "You stole $1 million from me. In order to do that, you don't help me with this escape plan, or you're fucked." Maybe don't steal from gangsters, you know? Unless he was telling the truth, he really didn't do it, but I would bet he did actually do it. Hmm. What did it say in Scarface? Don't get high on your own supply. That's the problem. That is the problem. Get high on your own supply, you screw yourself over. Don't get high on your own supply. Sometimes. It's not really something to joke around, dude. Hmm. Two, 3 months too long. 2, 3 months too long, man. I mean, all Carlito wants to do is be left alone. That's it. Is that really tough and hard? He just wants to be left alone. Anytime I get out, they pull me back in. Ah, the Vito Mortensen. Vito Mortensen, that's another guy that's a really solid actor. He's probably, of course, he's most famous for the Lord of the Rings films, but he was also in A History of Violence. That's a pretty good one. Around this time, well, actually, a few years before this, it's interesting. I mean, you go from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, or Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, that was around 1990. A few years later, you get to be in a film opposite Al Pacino. So you never know, man. Yeah. It's a good question. How did you beat it? Yeah, more like you. I bet you turned on someone, gave some names. You know what a house is? It's a pit that don't fly straight. Probably got a wire. Probably got a wire on them. Better check them. Yeah, there's something up with this guy. Something not on the up and up. He's working with the cops or something. Yeah, talk to a rat. Ah, there you go. See? Like I said, this is like watching for the first time. I knew something was up with that guy. Of course, I'm listening to the dialogue. I got 14 diapers, man. I shit in my pants. I can't walk. I can't fuck. I shit in my pants, man. I shit in 14 diapers, man. I don't know why, for a little bit of Vito Morrison, it almost sounded like Speedy Gonzalez. Carlito, I'm in the fucking wheelchair. Carlito. What I was going to say is, like, you have Vito Morrison, who is a white guy. You have Al Pacino, who is Italian American, and they're playing people that's, I don't know, Latin descent. Are they supposed to be in this or something like that? Sorry, I'm looking at something, Al Pacino. See what he's got coming out. So the film Al Pacino's in now is a film Michael Keaton directed and starred in. Michael Keaton plays a hitman who discovers he has a fast-acting form of dementia and only has weeks of lucidity left. He botches a hit, killing both his partner and civilian. His estranged son, James Marsden, shows up on his doorstep needing help covering up a murder. Al Pacino plays his former handler. Doesn't sound too bad. And you got Michael Keaton directing and starring in it. And then you got Al Pacino in there. Not too bad at all. He's a supporting role in the film with Oscar Isaac, Jason Momoa, Gerard Butler, called In the Hand of Dante. He was in House of Gucci with Lady Gaga, Adam Driver, and Jeremy Irons. So I'm just looking. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he was in that. Hey man, that was a disappointing movie. This is a crime thriller where Al Pacino grows up against a serial killer. He's partnered with Carl Urban. Those are two good actors, and to be partners, But yeah, that had a really shitty ending. I remember Heyman didn't even have an ending. It was like, I think Al Pacino's character dies, and then Carl Urban's at the funeral, and then he's given like a new paper, a new Deem of Hangman. Like, it's not even an ending. It must have to be continued at the bottom of the fucking screen. That's what I mean. When you look at some of these movies, just not a whole lot. To be fair, all these I haven't seen. Like Mandelhorn, I haven't seen that one. Yeah, I haven't seen Mandelhorn. Directed by David Gordon Green. Oh shit. There's Mandelhorn. Someone called The Humbling by Barry Levinson. Stand Up Guys with him, Christopher Walken, Alan Arkin. But I mean, like Righteous Kill, 80 Minutes, Two for the Money with him and Matthew McConaughey, Geely. Although I don't think that's the worst movie ever, like a lot of people do, but it does have its problems. Simone was interesting, and Insomnia, and Any Given Sunday I love. I forgot that was 1999. I forgot to put that on my favorite films of 1999 list. Yeah, Any Given Sunday, The Devil's Advocate, Donnie Brasco, Heat, Glengarry Glen Ross. A lot of good stuff in the 90s. And Justice for All, Scarface, Serpico. Yeah, just a great actor. A lot of good roles. Sorry, I got lost in the song. Don't rock the boat. It's been a while since I've heard that song. Don't rock the boat. Liner, rock the boat. Don't rock the boat. Oh, they're having a good old time there. Good old time. I love the reaction of Al Pacino. Oh, not that guy. Fuck him. I mean, yes, they put all these seeds with the John Leguizamo's character, kind of that guy hanging on the outer skirts, who Al Pacino does not take seriously, doesn't think of it as a threat, but maybe Leguizamo's character has a little bit more of that killer eye, more grit in his teeth, like Baby Carlito had when he was a lot younger, a lot hungrier, less soft. And then sadly, that leads to Pacino's character getting killed off. Well, there you go. The guy just said it. The guy just said it. He's you 20 years ago. So, just said my damn point. Maybe just you, I don't give a shit. Just like, I remember. I don't know why. Just like I don't remember when I last blew my nose. Oh shit. I'm trying to remember now what happened to the jailbreak with that guy. Are we going to get back to that jailbreak with that guy? Sally in a way that Sims signed his death warrant. He didn't take John Leguizamo seriously, pushed him down the stairs, gonna throw him out. Big mistake. Don't want to burn anybody, even though I know I should. Here's the sad thing, though. If he had burned that guy, if he had killed that guy, if he had killed John Leguizamo, he would have been set for the rest of his life. So in a weird way, he made the mistake of being soft in that one moment he shouldn't have been, and got punished for it, sadly enough. Nice looking party. Scantily clad women everywhere. There you go. Is that girl topless right there? I think she is. Nice. Then we need more of that shit. Everybody get topless. Or say all the women get topless. I'll put it that way. But yeah, I will say in a way, this does kind of play off as a lesser version of Starface. It's not a bad film at all, but it's almost as if a lot of people were joshing, fucking with, making fun of Starface being over the top for being so crazy, so amping it up to 11. So then it's like, okay, De Palma, Pacino got together and said, let's do one that's more subtle or more down to earth, bit more calmed down. And both crime movies, both where your main character dies at the end. His death is a result of a mistake they made before. Oh, is this where he's going to ask about the yeah, I think this is where he's going to ask about the jailbreak thing. Yep, that's what it is. So we got about an hour of the movie left. Yeah, I know what you. Hmm. Yeah, that guy looks like he can barely walk, let alone you think he's going to swim to a fucking buoy. The guy could barely sit without coughing up a lung. If he can't even sit properly, how the fuck is he going to swim? What the fuck? So what it says here in the trivia, Al Pacino had difficulty. Al Pacino had difficulty with his scenes with the guy who played the club owner. The actor, although he made 50 films in Argentina, spoke no English and learned his lines phonetically. Penelope Ann Miller mentioned that her and Al Pacino were romantically involved during filming. John Leguizamo turned down the part of Benny Blanco 4 times. He finally took the role after Brian De Palma allowed Leguizamo to improvise many of his lines. Why the fuck would you say no to a De Palma film where you get to act with Al Pacino? Maybe that's the reason why his career hasn't been quite A-list. Al Pacino wanted to grow a ponytail to play Carlito, but when he visited East Harlem, he saw that none of the men wore their hair that way. De Palma was originally reluctant to accept the job because he did not want to make another film about a Latino gangster as he did in Scarface, but he read the script and he agreed to it. The film is adapted from the novel After Hours, but it took the title from the writer's first novel, so it would not be confused with Martin Scorsese's film After Hours. Wow, what a tease. Interesting song choice. You are so beautiful to me. Oh shit. Breasts and all. I can see why Al Pacino saw in her. To be romantically involved, I mean, to see that scene there, that's some really nice sized breasts too. I approve. Thumbs up approval. Brian De Palma's first choice for the role of that lady was Alison Doody, who played Elsa in Indiana Jones' The Last Crusade. She rejected the offer because of a topless dance scene she would have to perform in the movie. Well, I guess also that scene too would be topless. A teaser trailer was shown in theaters, which began with audio clips of memorable dialogue from previous Al Pacino performances: Dog Day Afternoon, Serpico, Godfather, Scarface, Sea of Love, Scent of a Woman, before launching into clips from the actual film. Due to copyright reasons, the trailer has not been included on any home video release of the film. I'm going to keep the movie playing. I'm curious, though, is that on YouTube? I mean, there's people finding some crazy stuff. Like, someone finally found that teaser to The Golden Child that would never see the light of day. Yep. 35mm movie trailer stands. Which I think that had The Golden Child as well, I believe. Did it? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, what we doing? So, there you go. So, yeah, that's a good YouTube channel. Tis, they have some rare stuff. Like, they got, like, a second trailer, Demolition Man, which I'd never seen before, that has teeny bits of footage that is not in the movie. It's got the teaser, the Golden Child, that was made specifically for marketing of that film. There's a lot of stuff. Like I said, I definitely recommend that if you're into that kind of stuff. Highly recommend it. Again, it is 35mm movie trailer stands. As I said, a lot of times so, they could be slightly different from others because of, again, copyright, because of just it was never released on home video, VHS. So the only way to see it is from getting from these 35mm stands. Definitely worth a look. But I don't want to say that for later. Look through it a bit more. Sorry, I'm talking about that as these two are having their sweet scene together. After they boned. I don't know, try hooking. She's like, maybe we should try something else. I don't know, be a hooker. Maybe a hooker with a heart of gold. I don't know. According to John Leguizamo in his autobiography, he and Penelope Ann Miller did not get along during the filming. In the 2006 memoir that he wrote about how Miller and their time on Carlito's Way. You really have to know Penelope Ann Miller to dislike her. Leguizamo on Live with Kelly and Mark, promoting the book, said, the Carlito's Way costume department in 1993 took in Miller's clothes a centimeter each day to make her think she was gaining weight. She was flipping out, but she was mean, she was evil, so they kept doing it. He later apologized for his hurtful remarks, saying, I made some hurtful remarks about Penelope Ann Miller in a book I wrote several years ago and on Kelly Ripa's morning show last year. This was a lapse in the judgment on my part because I worked with Penelope on the film Carlito's Way and personally never had a problem with her. Nor did I personally experience Penelope having any problems dealing with crew on set or otherwise. I'm sorry if I hurt Penelope. Then why the fuck did you write it? You really have to know her to dislike her. You obviously wrote that for a fucking reason. And it's a bullshit apology so you don't get canceled. Because you were mean to an actress. If she was an asshole, then she's an asshole. Assholes have no gender or race. Ghostface Killer. So Ghostface Killer sampled the bit of dialogue in the movie later, much later on. Sorry, boys. All the stitches in the world can't sew me together again. Lay down. Lay down. Go stretch me out in Fernandez Funeral Home on 109th Street. Always do, I'd make a stop there. But a lot later than a whole gang of people thought. Last of Mohicans. Well, maybe not the last. Can't come with me on this trip, though. Get in the shades now. Last call for drinks. Bar's closing down. Sun's out. Where we going for breakfast? Don't want to go far. Rough night. Tired, baby. Tired. Let's see. So I just looked at other trivia. While celebrating Carlito's acquittal, Carlito tells Kleinfeld, "A favor will kill you faster than a bullet." Carlito later proceeds to stand up for Kleinfeld against Benny, angering the young mobster, and assist with Tony T's botches deep turn murder, as what Kleinfeld phrased as a favor between friends. Sealing Carlito's fate by being pursued by the Italian mob and killed by Blanco for his actions. I mean, yeah, I mean, she's got a point. Going to get killed. You know what the fuck it means, song and dance. You know what it means. Come on, dude. Yeah, I mean, we're about 90 minutes in. We got about, God, 50 minutes left of the movie. Yeah, I can feel the running time a bit. I gotta admit, I can feel the running time a bit in this movie. which is not always the case. I mean, hell, Goodfellas, Casino. I just the story that's just, like I say, it's not bad. It's just not. Maybe even Al Pacino's getting pissed off or getting bored. He had to hit the mirror to wake up from the proceedings. Pretty much what happens is that she was complaining, and then he smashed the mirror with his hand. But yeah, it's one of those things where, as I'm sitting here, I just feel really like it's an okay movie. Like I said, it's not a bad film. It's just it just feels very familiar to Scarface. And I just don't like it nearly as much as Scarface. Like those Al Pacino films I mentioned, I would say And Justice for All I really enjoy. Heat I really enjoy. Any Given Sunday I really enjoy. Again, Scarface, my favorite. There's just one I don't really. Yeah, I've only seen one time. I could see why watch it again. I'm like, it's there. I'll admit, there's a lot of times I kind of like push the fast forward button about 5 minutes. It just feels like it's been over 90 minutes and doesn't feel like a whole lot has happened for 90 minutes. He gets out of jail. That first firefight. Pissing off John Leguizamo. Having to deal with this jailbreak. Helping Sean Penn. Getting on with Penelope Ann Miller. Did I miss anything? Not really. Maybe that little bit with Viggo Mortensen was nice, but I don't know, just obviously something's not going to end well at all. So Pacino, Sean Penn, this other guy on this boat going to the prison. And again, apparently this guy's going to swim to the buoy. Again, how the fuck's that going to work? Again, he can barely sit. The fuck is Sean Penn doing? He's a cokehead. He's playing a cokehead. That's what he'd be fucking doing. Wow, he actually made it there at the buoy? The guy says he can't see, so the guy decides to get back up and be in the fucking way again. Why? Why do you have this guy doing it? What the fuck are you gonna be doing? Alright, climb up, you fat fuck. Oh, Champagne's gonna do something stupid. doing some. Yep. The fuck was that guy thinking? That's why you don't trust a cokehead. You never ever trust a cokehead. You never ever trust a cokehead. Never ever ever. Penelope Emma was right. Sure, just let him do what the fuck, you know, his own goddamn fault. Your mess, you clean it up. Favorite kills you faster than a bullet. Such a stupid fucking thing, Shawn. I mean, he's paranoid because what will happen, but fucking cokehead. Interesting that, you know, Pacino's talking about, oh, you're a gangster now, and all Sean Penn can do is smile. Because Sean Penn thinks it's all a damn game. Thinks it's a big old game. You can't even start your business in Florida or where the hell you want because they'll find you there too. And just like Scarface, he was fucking over one type of mafia, one type of organization, I should say. And now you're gonna be hunted down here. It's not something he did. It's a bit more, I mean, sad and tragic because he didn't kill the guy. He didn't want the guy dead. He got pulled in this. He got lied to by the coke kid. And uh-oh, Luis Guzman's doing something. I think he's going to turn on this guy. Yeah, I think Shawn Penn's Terrier. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. It's a trap. It's a trap. Absolutely a bona fide trap. He's dead as fuck. Uh-oh, this guy right behind him. Gonna stab him, strangle him. Is it in the elevator? Stairwell? Somewhere around there. Oh shit, two of them now. Yupper. Ain't gonna work out. Not one damn bit. But he don't be the elevator or don't wait for the garage. Probably the elevator. Or maybe they will wait for the garage, I don't know. One or the other. Or is the girl gonna kill him? Ooh. Three big old stabs to the chest there. Yeah, go figure. Bit fucking late to listen to her now. Ah, she's pregnant. Shawn Penn's Terrier's alive? Damn. Ah. What a line sack of shit. Line sack of shit. mean, the cops got a good point. If I was him, I would take the deal. If I was him, I would take the damn deal. I mean, fucking guy dies anyway, so this would have been a better fucking chance to live. Really would have been. Yeah, you're playing fail because you got fucking killed, dude. So Pacino bought bus tickets. He's going to get the money from the club, and he's going to try to get to Miami. Speaking of Starface, Miami. There you go. I will say Pacino and Penelope Ann Miller do have pretty decent chemistry with each other. So it does make sense now that you find out that they were romantically together during the making of this film. You definitely see a bit of that on screen. Okay, maybe I'm losing my mind. That looked like Terrence Howard in the elevator when he walked out. Maybe it wasn't, but it probably wasn't. But you never know. Some people get their start in the craziest places. Samuel Jackson and Coming to America, robbing the McDowells, the wannabe McDonald's. I have to look at the Intrez to see what that's about. They didn't doctor a fucking thing. Yeah, a pretty damn loud siren. To be that loud while in a damn hospital room. Well, I mean, if he wanted to save his own ass, he would have gone out of jail a lot sooner. What did he take the bullets? There's a reason why he grabbed that gun in the first place. Nice one-shot take from De Palma. That's easy. All you have to do is do a cop uniform and make the switch real quick. There you go. Nice bit of slow-mo there. There you go. Ooh, right in the head. What can I say? Don't try to fuck over Al Pacino, man. I think Luis Guzman turns on Al Pacino's character, I believe. If so, that's a good pick because Luis Guzman has this friendly vibe, friendly nature to him, so he seems trustworthy. So you can believe why someone would think to trust this guy, let alone if they turn around to fuck them over. So he's in the club trying to get the money. He's been invited to sit down here and just wonder where the hell this is going to lead to. Yeah, you definitely know why he's doing there. They dropped the cigar. If he broke, a bunch of Chef Boyardee would flow right out of his gullet. That guy looks like Colin Farrell's the Penguin, if he had Coke bottle sunglasses. So another interesting De Palma shot, 360, no cuts. Yeah. He's definitely there for a particular reason. That's why they're staring him down like a hawk. Yeah, it's time to get the fuck out of Dodge. That's what it's time for. Oh no, they took his damn money. Of course. Should have tried to hide it in his own damn club. Should have had a different spot for it. More secretive spot than his damn club. Oh shit. There you go. Now, did that guy fuck her more? Might have. Down the rock and roll. This is definitely where things get interesting, as things are heightening up the tension. This is interesting watching that guy watch his performance, knowing that phonetically he had to learn his dialogue. Like, watch someone how they say it and repeat it word for word. Yeah, buddy, relax. You don't have a stroke. Yeah, not too much. A little bit of money there, I guess. I don't know why this guy reminds me of the club scene in Scarface. When Tony's gonna sit there getting drunk. You know, all the reflections around, and you have that big firefight. Kind of reminds me of in that bit. Now the foot chase is on. Also, that's another thing. Yeah, there's been plenty of movies about either the guy that wants to retire, the guy that's been in the crime life but wants to go on the straight and narrow, and just pulled back in for one thing, usually for a friend for a buddy, one last, whether one last heist or one last job or one last favor, and they get screwed over. Some end happier than others. Usually ends with them getting killed or something of the sort. Not usually, but from time to time. And even before this, I mean, you had, was not the same, but you had King of New York. That guy didn't want to go on the straight and narrow. I mean, Christopher Walken's character was absolutely wanting to be more gung-ho in the criminal enterprise, but I just, it's nothing you haven't seen before, is what I'm getting at. I mean, you just say that for a lot of things, so it's not entirely fair, but it's just, I don't know. That big guy could barely walk and breathe. He's losing his breath standing up. See, and that's another thing what the movie's doing is that you're so honed in on these guys, these bad guys, that you completely forget about John Leguizamo's character. And that the last time we've heard of him has been quite a while. Because after that you had all the stuff with Sean Penn, the jail, escaping from jail, the guy getting killed in the water, all that stuff. So when he comes back, you go, oh shit, I forgot about him, just like Carlito did. Sorry, now I'm just watching the film. Sorry about that. So now's the choice: do you go outside, do you stay inside? Now it's a showcase, yeah, all these guys, and a lot of them are armed too, so try so with all these guys in there. Of course, this is the days before cell phones. Now it'd be like him trying to call and trying to warn her or text her. He got away from that easily? From a pair of balloons? Interesting. Yeah, I think though also with movies, people don't take this into account. Sound design, like for example, more than likely that walking that you hear Al Pacino doing, the clip clapping of the shoes on the hard floor, more than likely that was done after the fact, where they get someone and then maybe they get like a pair of shoes and they go try to mimic what he's doing. Because a lot of times on set, you have other noise around and other stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that's always the case. That might not have been the case here, but a lot of times they do this ADR thing with sound effects where they have this stuff in because there's a lot of noise on set, whether it be weather, whether it be fans going, the crowd was yelling, watching, and not shutting up, whatever the case may be. Although maybe indoors you have a little bit more control with that. And this is not too bad at all. This doing it all in one take, pretty commendable. This whole bit here. But the camera going down the escalator and following these guys now. Previously we were with Pacino. Nice camera work. It lets you know a bit more of the environment of this whole bus station, train station. I should say train station. Damn, that guy ready to have a heart attack. Oh shit. Nice bullet squibs there. Ooh, got him too. Nice slide all the way down between. Ooh, got him too. Got 3 so far. There you go. Hey, but you know those things have something called distance. You don't have to go running right face to face. You can still get them from far away. Yeah, and this sucks because you think he's gonna make it, and then this guy on the left here you see with the hat, there's something up with him. Looks like, yep, this guy here. Benny Blanco from the Bronx. That's what you did, Luis Guzman. That's what you did. Should have turned on him. Guess there's one thing he did right was get the money to his woman and save her and her baby so they have a better life. Good acting, I'll give you that. Good acting here from both of these, both Pacino and Penelope Ann Miller. I've been critical of her because I think there's other people who could start in that film, The Relic. She's not bad in it though. It's just there's other people I would prefer, but good actress. It's hard to sell crime without being too melodramatic, but she sells it fairly well. That's not what you were saying before the beginning of the movie. At the beginning of the film, you're doing this narration like, you can't take me out yet. Now you're doing narration, you're doing like a 180 on it. So now he's looking at the billboard, imagining Penelope and there you go. You say he tried to get out, just didn't work. Should not be trusting those Stevie lawyers and Luis Guzman's and John Leguizamo's. And there's that song, You Are So Beautiful. Al Pacino, Sean Penn, Penelope Ann Miller, John Leguizamo, Luis Guzman, James Rebhorn, Viggo Mortensen. Oh, Adrian Pastar. Okay. Just looking. Oh, Chuck Zito was one of the club bouncers? Interesting. So I looked in through the credits to see. Club patrons, waitresses, dancers. Wise guys. One of the casino men is called Tito. Okay. Stunt players. Stunt pilot. Okay. Well, again, they're not going to credit every single person you see on screen, so. I thought I saw that one shot in an elevator that guy looked like Terrence Howard. Like, well before famous anything, but who knows. But yeah, that's Carlito's Way, which for some reason got a prequel that I'm sure people barely remember. So So after watching the film, it's one of those movies that, like I said, it's not a bad film. Not a bad film at all. Al Pacino, it's not my favorite performance of his. I get what he's trying to do, but it just seems a bit more subdued compared to Starface. Like a distant relative of Starface. And a lot of it is fine. Just as other performances I gravitate more towards when it comes to Pacino. Penelope Ann Miller was nice support. They had nice chemistry with each other. And she had two nice assets right here on her chest. The music, during that one firefight early on, the music was a bit wonky, but the rest of it, the more piano, softer score, was fitting. Sean Penn, took me a bit to get used to his Larry Three Stooges haircut thing, but Sean Penn is a capable actor. Luis Guzman, always nice to see him in there. John Leguizamo, early role for him. I don't think the film needed to be 2 hours and 20 some minutes. I don't think it needed to be that long of a movie. It does feel, for me, like a lesser version of Scarface. And Scarface is pretty long, but that just felt more epic. Just felt more sensational. 80s, more over the top. Excess. Push it to the limit. While this one is trying to be more serious. Like I say, it seemed like this was for all the people that were talking about how over the top Starface was, or maybe they called it silly, they called it whatever names. Like, this is no, we could do it. Here it is, much more subtle, or much more less exotic, less sensational. And it's, again, not a bad film, just not as interesting as Starface, but again, not a bad film either. Like, I don't think it need to be that long of a movie among other stuff. But I just feel like they said not the best part is definitely the third act. The chase, nice camera work, steady cam shots, a lot of one take moments where you get a sense of the environment. That was definitely the best part. And then that shootout on the escalator, I would say, is my favorite part of the movie. Granted, it still reminded me a bit of The Untouchables, which wasn't that a train station with the baby carriage, and then Kevin Costner and Andy Garcia. So even that reminded me of another film that Brian De Palma did. So a little bit of Untouchables, a little bit of Starface, maybe a touch of King of New York, Abel Ferrara's film, and other stuff. But overall, I don't know when I would ever see this film again, but nice to revisit this for, I guess it'd be the second time now. So thanks once again, Shawn. Take care, everyone. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.